we have two industries. One I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. When something is trending in the French side, it kind of spirals to the English side. When something is trending in the English side, it hardly spirals to the French side.
Some folks enjoy their music. You understand? The problem we have is that our Anglophone artists don't have an identity. They're not authentic.
Okay, like DSTV can easily identify other countries that speak English, right?
Yeah.
You hardly see Cameroon among.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So you see that the bilingualism is playing a major role to us not being exporting our music out of Cameroon.
I think Blanche Bailey is doing sound constitution.
The countries whose most spoken language is English are more successful in entertainment than the countries whose most spoken language is French.
What it takes to go international, it means that you have to understand the cultures, the pop culture of the world. It means that you have to understand black music that are sold throughout the world. You have to understand rumba, you have to understand R&B, you have to understand reggae, you have to understand high life, you have to understand rap, hip hop. That's why Nigerians are beating us in the game, because Nigerians took time to study those things. They are properly organized. They are more coordinated than us. The current trend of aliens artists that we have. I've said it that they cannot take us to where we're going to.
Generally, we are not proud of our culture. And even if we are proud of our culture, we don't know how or which of the cultures to be proud of.
Our fans have outgrown our artists.
Hello everyone and welcome to the last episode of the Fine Line Show Season 1. As usual, I'll be your host Golda Jam, and hosting alongside me is the ever daring, the ever stylish Mccoy, the wildest producer.
Golda, I'm so happy. I mean, finally, this is the 13th episode, and I mean, we have come a long way.
Okay.
So today we shall be talking about a very pertinent topic. We've had the same topic before with I think it was Chifo, Valerie, and Melinda Swan.
Yeah.
But we deserve to go further with it now with some prominent and very insightful pillars in the industry that are right here with us. So I'll let Golda do the introductions. Yeah.
So let's just get right to it. Sitting on my right, so sorry, I'm bad with the right and left. So somebody's going to have to help me with that. Right. Okay, I don't know if it's Makoy's level is right, but I know this is my right here. Yeah. Okay, so sitting on my right is Chaeule. He is a blogger and comedian. And sitting to Mccoy's, please help me.
Left.
And sitting to Mccoy's left is Jules, a cultural entrepreneur. Thank you guys so much for gracing us with your presence here today. How do you feel? Let's start with Don.
Don has been here before. Don,
yes.
Don been here before.
And it's just because he's sitting next to me. That's why I'm like, okay, can he just, okay, Jules, this is your first time here. Don was already here. Please, can you tell us? How do you feel?
Well, it's always a pleasure partaking in such conversations. Anything that has to do with the upliftment of the culture of the industry, I'm here. So it's always, I always feel good, fine talking to erudite minds like you.
Oh, thank you so much. And
yeah, I mean, it's my second time, and I'm happy. And I'm the only celebrity that was called again. I need my flowers, yeah. And for the Fine Line season 1, Fine Line show season 1, I was the only person that was retained or called back to come here. So I'm really grateful that you guys thought me worthy to come again, and it's always my pleasure to exchange with you guys. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you too for accepting to come again.
Yeah. I'm back.
I mean, you are here today for a different. Last time it was celebrity versus influencers. Today is Cameroonian talent versus African influence. So there's a whole lot of questions we would have to ask here. But first of all, I want to direct this to Mr. Jules Nia. So you agree with me that Cameroon is packed with a lot of talent, like so much.
Definitely, that's undeniable.
But then, when we look at neighboring countries, there's Nigeria, there's Tanzania. It's like we are like the least.
There's South Africa.
When we are looking at the global impact, what do you think are the problems, or what's holding? Because the talent is there. So what could be the issues?
Cameroon, from time immemorial, Cameroon has always been a land of talent. Talent in all proportions, intellectually, sports-wise, entertainment, in any domain, in science and any domain. Cameroon has always produced some of the biggest minds out there. But the issue we're facing with the context we're actually having currently is we have a problem of structuring. Talent, the difference between two talent, like I wrote up, is information. Nigerians have certain information that we don't have. Those countries that are developed have information that we don't have. So that means that we have to embark on research, educate ourselves, be organized so as to face the challenges of the world. We are not organized. We are not too up to date because we're getting there. But we are not too up to date with the current business practices in the music business.
Okay, so I would like Ndum.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a good question. Like my elder bro and boss in the industry, and I'm glad to be beside him. I forgot to tell him that, but it's nice to be by you.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
We are colleagues.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, as you said, you put it very, very succinctly. By saying that from time immemorial, Cameroon has always been a country that has been known for talent. Now, I think the problem where you see the vast dichotomy between the talents in Cameroon and vis-a-vis our neighboring countries, like you said, Ghana, Tanzania, Nigeria, and the other countries. I think first and foremost, I'll say is the language. I've always been one of the few people that believe that our bilingualism is a curse and not a blessing. Yeah, if you look at it very well, countries that are speaking one language, whether it's Ivory Coast, they speak French, they're doing excellently well. You see the artists, Himra, all of them, they're thriving, right? You see, you go to countries that speak just English, Ghana, Nigeria, they're doing well. I feel like I've always said it, and I'm still going to emphasize on it for the sake of, categorically speaking. This language of a thing, our bilingualism, is the cause of what we are going through as an industry.
Sorry to cut you short, but what about country? Yeah, please go on.
I think. Let me just.
Let me land.
Canada is a bilingual country.
How many celebrities from Canada do you know? Give me 5.
There's Drake.
Yes,
Justin Bieber.
There's millions.
There's Bieber.
Yes. 5 million.
And they're
There's
worldwide.
Young, there's Gabu. There's
No, we don't know
Not many
Garu.
of them.
We don't know Garu.
I don't-
Just said
no,
Bieber and
no,
Drake.
you cannot give me 5.
There's
worldwide
Tory
artist.
You see,
There's The Weeknd. I mean,
there's so many.
let me say something.
Shania Twain.
Let me say something, right?
Worldwide.
When I say our bilingualism is causing what's doing our industry, right?
Yeah.
The industry, we have 2 industries in one. We have 2 industries. One am saying is that's what I'm saying. When something is trending in the French side, it kind of spirals to the English side. When something is trending in the English side, it hardly spirals to the French side. Let's be honest.
But is that what stops us from going international?
That's what is causing us, because we are only among ourselves. There's division. We cannot go international where we are not first of all united in the front where we are.
I understand what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say, right?
No,
To be honest, if we are sincere, that's my take, and I will still defend it until the kingdom come. That I feel if we had one universal language, English or French, would have been way better than where we are.
We what you're saying,
Because
that
now,
means there will never be a
because
solution.
no, I don't know.
Because
there'll be a
the
solution.
country will it's bilingual and it's bilingual.
No, I think
I don't know if there's a solution, because people are struggling to fit in. People like, especially because first of all, Canada, you say Canada is bilingual. Canada is bilingual what? The English part is more than the English part is more than the French side. Us is the reverse. You see, so a lot of the artists that are in the Anglophone sector are trying to fit in to the Francophone stereotype. I must sing in French.
Okay, let me explain something. I think you're trying to make a point, but your argumentation is kind of flawed.
Okay.
Because the same Anglophone culture, we talk about Anglophone culture, I talk about Nigerians, South Africans, Francophones enjoy their music. You understand? The problem we have is that our Anglophone artists don't have an identity. They're not authentic.
Why is that?
They are not authentic because
of the
we'll get there.
bilingualism.
We'll get there. I'm a talent developer. I will explain to you why the issues we're having.
Okay.
Because the first stage, when an industry is growing, the first thing people do is they copy. If you look at the first P Squares, they were copying. That's they passed that stage now. People like Whiskey and Co, they took it to another level. So we are the level where we copy. We're just good copycats. That's where we are. If I want to listen to Whiskey or Nigerian music, I will not listen to any kind of way. I won't, honestly. Because all of these kids now copy. All of them copy. But for me, that's just a phase. All of these kids now, predominantly when I say all,
I understand.
most of the kids are happy now. Oh, these guys sing well. and I just listen to 10 seconds in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's the first stage.
Identity problem.
True artistry comes when
Yeah.
you get rid of that complex.
Okay.
Because everybody starts copying, then at some point in time, you become in
Like,
harmony with
by
yourself.
yourself, yes.
Yes. That's the only way you can conquer the world, when you're in harmony with yourself. You cannot conquer the world by being a photocopy. A photocopy will never be an original.
Of course.
You understand? It will never be an original. That's what they need to tell these kids. You understand? So that's the problem Anglophones have. If a Francophone wants to listen to an Anglophone singing, they'll listen to a Niger, they'll listen to a South African, they'll listen to a
That's the
Ghanaian.
same thing.
They will not listen to a
Identity crisis.
Cameroonian
Yes.
who is struggling
See what I'm
to
saying?
sound
Like
Niger. You understand?
Oh, wait.
No.
So we're
It come
saying
back
that
to the language barrier because we're bilingual.
No, it's not a language
We have
barrier.
just one language.
Because this same guys listen to Bernard Boy comes and collects $20,000. P Square have collected money. All the top Nigerians in dollar and only they collect that money and go.
So are we saying
Why would they collect that money too, bro?
wait, let me ask you guys a question.
Ask me the real questions.
Are you guys saying that that us Anglophone celebrities or musicians or actors or whatever, we have to find our sound? That we
Identity.
haven't found our sound
Yeah,
or
no.
identity
Each
yet.
and every
And-
artist.
and-
There was
or
a
have
time.
we found it out or we're
There
not?
was a time
Yeah.
when that identity,
Like the Richard Boners and
that identity, that Anglophone identity was coming. There was a time
Okay.
when them Joey came out, Joey, like 2012,
Okay.
Joey came out, Salatiel, Mr. Leo. There was a movement in Boya back then.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Seba, all of this stuff.
Okay.
That there was a time, there was that Anglophone identity. You understand? Then suddenly now,
The change.
you mean like a collective identity or individual?
no, it was a collective thing. Boya, there was a sound. No, they got the Boyala. There was a sound. You understand? Yes, because this thing is collectible. It's not about the individual. It's collective. What are we proposing as a block, as a people? What is the value proposition we're bringing on the table as Anglophone? That's why I said I understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
But on the bigger scale of things, you realize that Nigerians sell here. Why we need to sell?
For Nigeria.
No, why we need to sell for here? Why would not be that
don't
same
sell here.
impact? No, that impact
the
as
question-
Anglophone. That's what
I
I
think the
say.
question-
As with our culture,
Yes.
that's proudly Anglophone and
Yes.
conquering Cameroon.
Yes.
That's what he's trying to.
No.
that's
I
what
think
he's
the
doing.
question we're making a mistake because I think we're
Okay.
doing vis-a-vis. My point was vis-a-vis other countries,
Yeah.
not vis-a-vis in Cameroon.
Mhm.
I don't know if you making because you are talking about selling in Cameroon. No, I'm talking about why we are not selling in Nigeria,
Yes.
in Tanzania. It's because of our bilingualism.
No, but that's what
You are bringing it down to Cameroon.
I'm
Just
saying that we need
Has
to
not
have.
been there to Cameroon.
We need
yes,
to have. We need to have.
I'm talking vis-a-vis other African
Yes.
countries because okay, like GS3 can easily identify
Yeah.
other countries that speak English, right?
Yeah.
You hardly see Cameroon among.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. True.
So you see that the bilingualism is playing a major role to us stopping exporting our music out of Cameroon. I'm not talking
Okay.
about Cameroon.
That
Yeah.
point has been killed with Canada, bro.
No,
No,
That's
Canada
what
is
killed
no, it's
Canada.
not been killed because let me tell you, Canada is a bilingual country, right? No, I'm not refusing. But Canada has more English than French. I think Canada is a reverse of Cameroon. Cameroon has 80% English. Cameroon 80% French, 90,
But it's possible.
Canada is a reverse, 20% French and 80% English.
I have
Let's
one
say
question.
bilingual.
I have one small question for Don.
Yes.
I have one small
Yes.
question for Don.
All right.
Are you saying that the countries that are bilingual,
Just
using the languages we are limiting it to these languages, French and English, saying that are you trying to say that the countries whose most spoken language is English are more successful in entertainment than the countries whose most spoken language is French?
And the answer is no. Fally Ipupa is the most listened artist in
He said,
Cameroon.
no, hold on.
But my French
He said,
country.
no, as
What are
compared
you
to
saying?
Canada.
Fally
As
Ipupa.
compared to Canada.
Let me give you an example.
Can
right?
we the question was for me?
Yeah.
The question was for me. Can I answer? Jules,
Yeah,
please.
answer.
Jules, the question was for me.
Go ahead.
Jules, please, the question was for me. Let me answer.
Yes.
Yeah? Your question is a very good question.
Okay.
And I'm saying that
Yeah.
yes, in capital letters. When you look at the entertainment spectrum in Africa, countries that speak predominantly English are doing way better than countries that speak French. We cannot even. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's
definitely,
a no-brainer,
They are
right?
better economies.
Now,
They are
of
better
course.
economies.
Yeah, you said that's a no-brainer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's why I made the statement that Canada has 80% population in English, and even at that, there's still that little I don't know,
Barrier,
not really
limitation.
barrier. There's that limitation when it comes to the language because, like I said, I cannot name up to like 10 celebrities from Canada.
So French is a problem.
Can I explain something?
Yes.
The issue you're raising there is not only language, it's about culture.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Nigeria. People think Nigeria is homogeneous, culturally speaking. Nigeria is not homogeneous. Nigeria is not. Nigeria is highly heterogeneous, like Cameroon.
Of course.
Nigeria is Hausa, Igbos, Yorubas.
They have
Okay,
all the-
there are artists in Nigeria that are pro-Igbo in their positioning. I mean, people like Fino,
Like
people like
Fino,
Flavor, they are pro-Igbo. They are not Yoruba. You understand? But they have succeeded to have that crossover appeal within Nigeria. Even it means that even out of their community, the Igbo community, the Yorubas, the Hausa people consume their music.
Yeah.
You understand? Us here as Anglophones, you understand?
Yeah.
We've still not gotten to that level where we are comfortable selling our local culture first or imposing it here locally. We need to have artists that can have that mainstream, that are proudly Anglo-Saxon in culture,
I get
and
that.
and that can sell locally, that can impose their art locally. That's what I want you to understand. It's not an Anglophone francophone thing. Even within Nigeria, it's very complex. You understand? That's why I made you understand that it's about coming out with a value proposition. Be it an Anglophone, be it a Francophone, once you come up with something that's up there, people will consume. That's the most important. It's not about being in Anglophone or Francophone. It's about coming up with art, take your art to the highest level possible. And people will not judge you whether you're an Anglophone or Francophone.
That's true.
Yeah.
I get the point. But you have taken it to cultural.
Yeah.
The
French and English, it's culture.
Bayangi and stuff. Yeah, I know it's culture, but what I'm saying is, I'm talking about like a language that is universally accepted. You understand what I'm saying? English and French are universally accepted. English is one of the most popular languages in the world. I think, if not second, after the one that speak in India. Yes, I think that's the first. So I'm saying in respect to other countries. I understand what you're saying in Cameroon is true. We as Anglophone, I've said that in many of my interviews out. I mean, that as Anglophone artists, we are complex. That's what everybody knows.
Yeah, we have to get rid of complex.
But yes, we are so complex.
Get rid
And
of the complex.
we do what we call cultural appropriation. We take people's cultures without even knowing. There's so many times that you go to a wedding and you hear Nigerian slang.
Yeah, Ashao.
Ashwabi.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, you know, we do a lot of cultural
That's what I said,
appropriation.
most of
A
it
lot. Yes, a lot. And we need to come out like Jules said, yes, we are losing that. And we need to come out from that shell and say, okay, if this is what, okay, like shout out to Phil Bill. I know what Phil Bill is doing, right?
Phil is doing
But the thing is that it's sad because you see,
no, he's alone. He's nothing alone.
exactly. Nobody wants to copy what he's doing. But they prefer to copy Nigerian or Ghanaian, but they want to copy their fellow brother.
Why should we copy Phil?
I'm talking about markets.
Why should we copy Phil?
Why should we copy Phil?
No. I have an argument here.
I'm talking about markets.
Yes.
You look at, for example, the East African market.
Yes.
The East African market,
Yes.
those guys predominantly sing in Swahili.
Exactly.
Swahili, Ghanaians, they sing in Twi.
Yes.
Cameroonians need to adopt their culture and be proud of who they are.
What is Phoebe doing? People have made a statement that is
Afro-Bikosa or is it because I don't
no,
know?
see, Don, please.
Yes.
Phil, I'm a fan.
Yeah, you love
I've always been a fan.
Yes.
Phil has refiltered Shabasiko
They
and
like
given us in
Clay
so
and
many
the other-
different ways.
Right.
Only Shabasiko. Runtown in Nigeria, he came with a new sound. He gave us that sound in so many different ways, but that same sound. Phil Bill is trying to do that for me. I feel like he's trying to do that.
Yeah.
But
But I feel like every time I listen to Leclerc is Leclerc.
Leclerc.
Yes.
It's the same like
There's some small Shabasiko when he made a beat for Kosi. When he made a beat for Kosi, and they Deux Airs Spaghetti. Every time I listen to Deux Airs Spaghetti, one of my favorite songs, by the way, it's almost similar to Shabasiko, and that's because I like Shabasiko. But I feel like this is something that has been filtered until like the entertainment has been beaten out
I
of
think
it.
what you need to
I
understand.
cannot see anything again.
What you need to understand that Phil is
It's
carrying
one sound.
he's carrying his movement alone.
Yeah.
But
So,
it's,
and then
one sound is boring.
one key of a movement is there's repetition.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Nigerians
Repeat very well.
No.
If you want to repeat with
No,
science.
it's normal. It's normal. There was a time in the industry in Nigeria was the pom pom sound.
Yes.
Everybody did the pom pom like
Even Coupe de Calais.
Yes.
The reason it was one the same rhythm.
When Phil is alone, Phil as an artist, you don't expect him to switch on that. Normally people have to draw inspiration from what he's doing and then develop it. That's how the movement grows. You understand? I think he's doing so much alone. You understand? Now, if we're in a very organized industry, many people, there are people that innovate like him, and there are others that follow.
Of course.
That's how the movement
And
is.
that's why, okay, let me
So he's alone, he's carrying, he's dragging everything alone,
Yeah.
and you expect him to do everything, write the song, produce, do that.
Mhm.
It's a
Let me
lot
say
of
something.
responsibility.
There's question that I was asking.
Doing a fantastic
Well,
job.
I don't know who said that. But the problem is that people are not that he's doing it alone, and other artists are not copying
Yeah,
Phil.
no,
Then I asked this question that why should who or any artist copy Phil Bill? Do you know why I asked that question? The credit that we are giving to Phil Bill is because he is taking our cultural, original Cameroonian identity and putting out there. But I have a problem with anybody who will say me or any other artist should copy him. Why? Because that same thing of taking our cultural identity and putting it out there can be done in different ways. Let me quote Chris M. I would say this is one lady who modernized the Bensikin sound and it's different from the Shabasiko thing. So I don't really think that like in Nigeria, if we want to go to the cultural music, we will not just say there is the ogene, there's ogene, there is different kind of styles. So I feel like Phoebe is doing his thing. Some people will catch on the influence, and I've seen like some artists go to him and follow with the Shabasiko stuff, but it will just be so wrong for anybody to say every other artist should follow the Shabasiko thing. I for
It's
one,
not working.
nah.
I think we have
It's
a
not
problem.
working.
We have a problem in Golda and I think
Everyone
we don't have a
can follow
sound.
the cultural thing,
I was
but in
talking with
different
Jules
ways.
just now.
I think it's here.
I was talking with you just now. I was talking with you just now, and I said that you said something about we don't have an identical sound, right? Ghanaians can come with their high life, Azonto, Obed, Ivory Coast, Amapiano, South Africa, Senegal. They have this.
And it's all culturally tied to them.
You understand?
They have Barracks.
Nigeria, they have their Afrobeats and all of that. But we don't have a sound. We used to have
we don't have that
Makosa.
unique
We used to have
identifiable
Makosa.
sound.
We used to have Bikusi in the days.
Yeah.
But right now,
Bensikin.
yes, best scheme. But right now, we don't have a sound. We are doing what they call sound prostitution. Where we
that's
take,
why I said
we
that's
take,
the
we take
first
from this
thing.
country, we take from this country, we take from this country, we take from this country.
Is that-
But we don't have a sound as a country.
Yeah.
And that's why we cannot really export. That's
But
one of
that's
our
another
major
question for
things.
you,
That's another
Don.
question.
I have another question. See, if
Yes.
we are trying to put this blame, or we are trying to say, okay, those who embrace the culture and put it out there, that's what's going to take us further. If we look at the history, in as much as we are saying Cameroon hasn't been going far, we've had a handful of some artists that have at least gone, like let's say there's the Kosi, the Stanley, and the rest. Will you tell me that those who have gone furthest are those who were culturally original, like
They took the culture.
like
they
like
went
let's
for them
take let's
because
take
they
let's take
took the culture.
let's take even Jovi,
ahead.
let's take Stanley, let's take Jovi. Jovi and Stanley are known to be like they have redefined urban music. Grandfair, now which kind of music Jovi actually do?
It's Boko.
Joey does Boko.
What about Stanley?
Even Stanley, Boko.
What about
What about
Stanley?
Stanley?
What does
I
Stanley
don't know
do?
what I stand
No,
for.
Hempe
Okay.
is a
What
Boko
about
song.
Phil? What about Phil?
Joey is a hip hop artist, but he's carved out
But
his own sound. That's Boko.
Stanley
Hempe
does
is
not have-
Boko.
What about
Hempe.
Daphne? What of Daphne?
It's only
Because
Hempe that
Daphne,
is Boko.
That's what I'm saying, but
is
that's
Then
what
you
I'm
are
saying.
Daphne has
That's
gone
what
out.
I'm
the
saying.
Amkale song. What about Daphne? What's that? That's which
That's what we're still trying to get that
So
sound.
what I'm trying to say is that
I get what you're trying to say, that it's not about culture,
Daphne is let's take Daphne
Khalid,
Khalid,
yes.
let's take Franco Kole La Petite.
Yes.
Are those songs having this thing of them embracing the culture like the Shabasiko thing?
No.
So what are we saying?
Let me explain something. The culture, when you talk about what do you mean by culture? Culture has different elements. Language is an aspect of culture. That's like one of the most visible aspects.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there are other aspects. There are rhythm. You're a producer. The rhythm too. Choice of instruments and all that. So all of that is part of culture.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics, what you say, how relatable your lyrics are, what are you trying to sell, what you export to the rest of the world. All of those things are components of culture. Makosa that we are talking about, Makosa is urban sound. Makosa is a fusion of high life, Congolese rumba, salsa, and a whole lot of other musical genres. That's how Makosa came about. You understand? Then you had about 20, 30, 50 artists doing the same. But Bendica's Makosa is just same like Dolores Makosa.
Yeah, they have
It's
different-
not the
different
same
types.
Makosa like
Yeah,
the
different kind of
Makosa.
rhythms.
They had different flavors.
Different
Gil Obed was
rhythms.
different. Prince Yango's Makosa was different. They were different, but they all did
Makosa. That's what I said.
You understand? That's what I was saying. But Makosa was based when they called it Makosa because of the
Makosa was like
arrangement.
the umbrella,
Yes,
where
because of
everybody
the
had their
arrangement, the
own-
choice of
yes.
instruments.
Mhm.
I mean, so he had a code. They had codified it to a certain
Yeah.
level that it could be exported. Manu Dibango's Makosa was soul oriented, soul
Yes,
jazz
yeah, jazz
oriented.
kind of, yes.
Richard Bonner's Makosa is jazzy. You understand? So we need to have that sound
That's what I'm saying.
today.
Something nice.
If that kind of sound today, if we need to export to the rest of the world.
Globally, yes.
But now, let me explain to you something. The only way we can get out there is if our music is dependent on our culture. It's dependent on our culture. We need to draw inspiration from our culture. Nigerians do all of these things that's happening in Nigeria is based on high life, and it's just based on high life and Afrobeat, Fela's Afrobeat. All of these things, these kids, all those guys.
What is our culture?
No, that's what I'm saying. Our culture is our cultural heritage is Makoy. We could see everything. Now in the industry, all of it. Now in the industry, there are people that will do the local music. Let me explain to you how it works.
Like the real, just original local.
There are people that will do local music. That will do music that will sell essentially for Cameroon or the regions.
Or maybe,
there are people that will take the local music to another level, export it. We still have,
and that's what we're trying to focus on. Yes. So there's something that just came to my mind, and because I really side with this cultural thing, but you mentioned Manu Dibango, Richard Bona, and I started thinking there's something because I started asking myself, Davido, for example, he's doing the Nigerian original music. But have you noticed now that when the Amapiano from South Africa took over, what did they do? They did not just jump to Amapiano. What I noticed is that they fused it. And if I want to look at the Manu Dibango too, he was doing Makossa, but it was fused with soul music, which was more of the Michael Jackson kind of thing. So I think there should be a fusion.
What we need to understand
culture, then join
cultures don't live in isolation.
Yeah.
Cultures meet.
Yeah.
They interact, they influence each other. Cultures don't live in isolation. You understand? So the way forward, when we're talking about our music not going international, is because of our inability to properly interact and then to fuse and to adapt to international trends. That's the issue we're facing.
That's perfect.
I have two questions. I want to first of all touch on something that Don said, and then I want to touch on something that you have just said. So I'm going to start with Don. You spoke. There was a time you were speaking, and then you said something about right now we are doing sound prostitution. That really stuck with me. Another prostitution, meaning like I'm moving from year to year.
Not really. When you look at the question, Manu Dibango was
okay. We have to try things on something.
Is there an artist? There must be some artists that have stood out to you that you've noticed that this particular artist in Cameroon, they have started doing sound prostitution. Can you name like 12?
I think Blanche Bailey is doing sound prostitution.
I don't think she's
sorry for answering the question though.
I don't think Blanche is doing.
She is, especially now.
I don't.
No, like Afrobeats and the Kotsi. Where are you heading to?
Mccoy.
I think that was not the business that was in my mind.
Yes. I know somebody in your mind, Don.
Sorry,
give us the person in your mind.
Okay, but now you said it, I'm thinking about it, and it looks like
you're understanding that there's somebody that is.
It's okay. See,
I know somebody that is doing some
but
prostitution.
Mr. Jules is saying that everybody's trying testing things, you know.
It's okay for people like Blanche to try whatever stuff because we are currently at a phase
but it's not working.
We are at the phase where
it's killing consistency.
in our industry there's no innovation. There's not enough innovation and all that. That's what I said. I've said it on several occasions. It might
do what works for you.
Displease some people, but I've said this time and again. I've said the current trend of A-list artists that we have.
We have A-list.
The current trend of A-list artists that we have.
A-list Cameroon level.
Yeah, I've said it that they cannot take us to where we're going to.
Thank you.
They cannot take
so
us.
who are those? Is it like the new school coming up?
The only, I mean, they have played their partition. See, they have played their partition already. They have played their partition already. Because let me explain what it takes to go international.
Yes.
What it takes to go international, it means that you have to understand the cultures, the pop culture of the world. It means that you have to understand black music that have sold throughout the world. You have to understand rumba, you have to understand R&B, you have to understand reggae, you have to understand high life, you have to understand rap, hip hop. That's why Nigerians are beating us in the game, because Nigerians took time to study those things.
They
study. Yes, Makossa. I said you have to be able to understand the black sounds that are sold in the world. That is what it takes to be out there internationally.
Like what I
that is what
Arilos.
Exactly. Yes. That is what it takes to be there internationally. It takes to be highly musically savvy to be at that level. And it's very demanding. It means that the producers have to be at that level. And in Cameroon, most of our producers are not at that level.
Shut
Yes, most of our producers are not at that level.
Yeah.
One, because most of our artists are not at that level.
Yeah.
Because if the producers are where they are in Nigeria today, it's because of the artists.
Yeah.
The artists are the ones that push the producer. They're the ones that push the sound.
They don't pay
You
us
understand?
enough.
If Nigerian music is where it is today, it's because of the likes of Two-Face, P-Square, Whiskey, and all of those guys keep pushing the sound.
Yeah.
It's because of the likes of Don Jazzy, the likes of Master
The band.
the likes of SARS. Those are guys, people like SARS. SARS
producers.
like yes, SARS to me is like
They define the sound.
creme de la creme. Because SARS is the guy. SARS and Jazzy are the guys who took the Nigerian
They
sound.
define the
They say
sound.
we mix it with other sounds of the world, EDM, hip hop, R&B. They fused it and they push it to the international market and they sold it. We need guys like that, people that have that edgy vision of sound.
guys and they-
But
they don't
most have been in
really
studio with artists.
Yeah.
Once you add a small EDM or hip hop stuff, they're afraid to lose their fan base.
Stereotype.
And then contribute for plenty. So it's not easy. So we have to change our mindset, and it's only these kids that can do that because they grew up in that culture where
They're
there's hip-hop,
eccentric,
R&B,
unconventional.
and everything. But it's good to be influenced by other cultures of the world, but your foundation is your culture.
Yes, not leaving
You
the culture
cannot
out.
go and pretend to conquer the world without knowing your culture. Because when you're talking about the international market, it's about bringing something to the table. What are you bringing from Cameroon? Or what is Cameroon bringing? And that's where most of us have failed.
You cannot do rap music more than the
I feel like there's a
Western rappers.
I'm sorry, I feel like there's a confusion here. Can I just interject?
Yeah.
Let me interject. I feel there's a confusion here. And let me take an artist like Chris M on one hand,
Yeah.
and take Kosi on another hand.
Yeah.
Now, Chris M is someone who has been noted for doing a particular kind of sound.
Yeah.
Bentikin.
Yeah.
And the past, in fact, I have first 3 songs were literally the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Or first 4 songs, right? Literally the same beats, the same sound, rhythm, everything, right? Now, Kosi is, on the other hand, is someone who likes to experiment. Yeah, he has Bikusi, sometimes he has Makosa, he has Afrobeats, he has
Some
drill,
prostitute.
he has that I don't want to call it that.
You are not okay with that.
Yeah. So, but now there's a problem. Now, because now what Jules is saying is that as someone who wants to export music, you're supposed to take from there. But when
No, I'm saying you're supposed to draw inspiration.
Don't leave your culture identity out.
Cultural identity is the backbone.
Okay, now,
Yes, it's the backbone.
now when you have these 2 artists, right?
Yeah.
One person will say, "Oh, this one is repetitive.
Okay.
This guy is
Yeah.
Chris M.
Yeah.
Yes.
Master, we don't tire. You the ball we the same song every time.
Yeah.
But that's Benzikin.
Yeah.
It's our culture, right?
Yeah, it's
Now,
our culture.
Kosi, it go Nigeria, go tip Nigerian sound. It go this side, go take the one. Which it do na rap, it do na wait. So finally,
No, the thing.
you as an artist, where do you stand?
No,
I'll give you 2 practical examples.
Yeah.
Where do you stand? Who do you support? And how does this person, one of these artists, how do they be able to catch their sound to permeate their fan base and also go and international?
One of the things we're suffering from is I'm an A&R. In the music industry, an A&R is an artisan repertoire, is the person that's in charge of scouting the talent,
artist development,
developing the talent. It means that I understand the creative process very well and I understand marketing too very well, because you need to understand both to be a good A&R. Yes, you're making music based on demand. Yeah, based on the market. So that's where I stand in between. One of the big problems we have with our artists is that most our artists don't have an identity. Big artists have their niche. Big artists have their niches.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You look at Nigeria, for example. Davido's niche is not Wizkid's. You understand? Wizkid's niche is not Burna. Burna has. Let me analyze the brand quickly. Burna is a guy who has a hip hop, R&B, dancehall background. That's how he sees his Afro. His Afro is a fusion of all of that. You understand? With Fela sound. Wizkid is more of the R&B lover boy kind of guy and everything. Yeah, if you listen to the chord progressions and everything, when I'm talking about production, because from the choice, even the choice of chords, R&B, you understand? Because the reason they fuse their sound is because they understood that you need to put a little bit of this, that, because you're targeting a particular market.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's Wizkid sound. Davido is the most Afro of all of them. He's Afro, proudly Nigerian, proudly Yoruba. Fuses a little bit of Yoruba culture and all that. Ashake is a little bit of, it's just a modern hip hop, juju music kind of guy, and Fuji and all that. But that's what they do, you understand? So it means that it's well calculated. But they're not all over the place. The problem with our artists is that they are all over the place. And big artists are not all over the place. Big brands are not all over the place. Big brands are known to take a certain position and stand there.
And they're still diverse.
Yes, and they're diverse.
Just a bit,
But
yeah.
they let the check over.
Yeah.
They know if they call some big artists, hey, they talk hip hop. That's why you see hip hop. They'll say Jovi is there because it stands for
been there, yes,
that's how big artists are.
Yeah.
You stand there. If you do but you get for being known for something, for a certain niche.
Yeah.
Our problem is we're trying to be we never clearly define one niche. We have to define it. And then from there, I think that's where A&R and marketing department has to handle those things. But Eske will get that in the fair.
The first question I'll ask is, do you people feel like we know we can clearly define what our culture is, first of all?
Yeah.
And if we can, let me finish it off. If we can't clearly define what our culture is, do you think we are ashamed of it? Do you think that our culture is not good enough for us to be able to tap from it? Do you think that we look at it and be like, if we take this thing, fuse and so me, some man buy and this like, do you think that's a problem? Or is that we don't know the culture? Or is that we know the culture, but we are not proud of the culture? So we like the other people's culture, want to go and use their culture because we find it more attractive. Like, what is the issue?
We are copying.
What is the issue?
We are up against people that are applying science.
Yes.
We are handling our industry in a very informal way.
Yes.
Those guys, everything they do is intentional.
Yes.
That's the difference between us and them. They are organized. They are properly organized. They are more coordinated than us. We do not tumbu tumbu. That's the problem we have.
That's true.
We are not scientific in the way we are going to attack that market. When you're going to Cameroon, if you do tumbu, you work out. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
Cameroon has always had local champions.
Yeah.
We don't always get them. We don't get pingis. We don't need anything. There will always be a local champion.
Wonders. Yeah.
Where?
Yes.
Where? Our sense is short now because we lack science. For Golda international market, what I would like it or not, I've explained to people, you need to hire professionals.
You work with Teddy Beats, right?
Yeah.
You guys have seen the
Teddy's
end
mentor.
success of all those songs.
Yes.
The producer,
Yeah.
Who is Teddy Beats?
Teddy Beats.
30 Bits is the producer.
He is seriously behind all these things happening intentionally like this. Like Chris M, no job, no job, an error. And when I started with Teddy Beats, we were showing some of the fusions. It's not just Ben King. Sometimes there's some Adele is somewhere they don't take and so they chord mix. That's why Chris M sounds different from the Allah in those days. Nah. Then you still get basically the xylophone, the tune. Like that means it's crazy.
Like I was saying, to reach that level where we can compete internationally, we have to apply science. We have to apply structure. It's like they say in science, garbage in, garbage out. It means it's about resources. How are the artists organized? Do they have record labels? Are the record label structured? Do they have a marketing department? Do they have an A&R department? Do they have producers? Are the artists structured enough? Do they have A&Rs around them? Do they have producers? Do they have PRs? If you want to have similar results, you have to apply similar methods. It's scientific.
Yes.
Just like the film here.
Yeah.
If you want to have a certain result, you have to light in certain conditions, take sound in certain conditions. That's the only way you can produce something that's standard. We don't follow those processes. That's the problem. For when you see Nigerians conquering the world, it's not by luck or chance. It's something that's intentional, it's deliberate, it's planned, and it's sustained. You can do something in your room alone and it blows. But the only way you can sustain your career is applying science.
Yeah. Like the Davidos who are consistent for years.
Yes.
All right.
The people like Davidos and Co and other people, they are applying business strategies. They have brains behind them. They have smart managers, smart record labels, smart personnel around them who do the thinking, who do the market analysis and all those things. Here in Cameroon, our artists don't like people that are scientific. That's the problem. That's why we have flukes. We will see man go shine after he reach for up, he sends short, then he come back to down. You understand? So the only way for us to be consistent and for us to go and attack international market is for us to be scientific in our approach. It's for us to learn to respect professional opinion. To understand that the artist is not everything. The artist is the talent is just the face of the iceberg. You understand? So once you understand that, that's the only way we are going to be having very competitive artists and sound, because then you sit down and explain to an artist what I'm explaining to you now. Because I was explaining now, guys, as it's a ground, because I don't have anything that science, anything that complicated. But for example, I have seen people try to do projects that they want to go, their intention is to sell in Africa and the rest of the world. But to sell in Africa and the rest of the world, you have to understand that there are certain chord progressions that have to be beyond Cameroon. There are chord progressions that when you play, your chords are emotions. Yes, there are chord progressions that when you play, you will touch a certain type of audience. There are certain choice of instruments as a producer that you put in your sound that will touch maybe the whites, or they will touch Caucasians, or will touch maybe Asians and all that. It is planned, deliberate, and intentional. You don't just go. I've seen people do projects that they want to go, they want to sell in Africa, but the sound is Cameroonian. It's typically Cameroonian. So the idea is having an ideal dosage, a perfect balance of the Cameroonian sound and other influences, other external influences. But now, if you don't have people that have marketing backgrounds, you don't have good E&Rs and all that, you will see most of the albums already come out. Most of them are essentially Cameroonian, and then people that are non-Cameroonians cannot relate to those albums. That's why they don't sell. And even Cameroonians don't relate to those albums. That's why they don't sell. That's why albums don't sell in Cameroon, because people don't know the science behind making albums. Now, I've spoken to a couple of artists. Nobody wants to listen, because what I'm saying is it's kind of abstract to them. But if you want to be like Davido, to be like Berla and all those, that's what they listen. They listen to people like us. You understand? They understand that at that level, it's business. It's bigger brands versus bigger brands. So it's scientific. It's not about me versus Don Chaeule. It means anything you do for that level, be intentional. Even in a kick, where you put down for your song.
You should know why you're doing that.
You should know why you're put. When Nigerian they take that log drum from our piano, put down for your Afrobeat. That because you want to touch South Africa. It's a marketing move. It's not just music.
Even based on the features that they will add on those songs, like the Ona Village, he would take a blown South African artist and put on it. Even Diamond Platinum does it.
But I have a problem. My question like this has not been asked. Yes, thank you. And they don't.
I think your question you have not.
They've not
What you
answered my
asked
question.
is, do we have a culture? And if yes, are we not proud of the culture?
We have a culture.
Let me
Let
me something. I feel like the guy who sang "Me Proud of Who You Are," right?
Yeah,
With the ministry.
Last time he sang that song, I
Couple
think that's
hits
the only hit song. he
Couple
had.
hit wonders.
That's the only hit song he had, right? That should tell you what.
Yeah.
Cameroonians are essentially not very proud of our culture, and I think it's because of the diversity of our culture. We have more than 300 and something ethnic groups and all of that, 250, right? But, I mean, there's no gainsay that we do have a culture. We do have, but the cultures are so many. Sometimes you find yourself in the mix of them and you're not really sure which one to go for. Like someone was saying, we'll do Nahana, we'll get Bameleke, we'll get Bakweri, we'll get Bakosi, we'll get Bayangi, we'll choose now which one. So I feel like generally we are not proud of our culture. And even if we are proud of our culture, we don't know how or which of the cultures to be proud of. You understand? Because of the general nature of our ethnicities and different ethnic groups. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can be a man from Bamenda or a man from Northwest. And in that Northwest, there are so many different sounds. There's Bagalum, there's Jang, there's this other one. There are so many. You understand? So sometimes you are confused. And when you are confused, you really say, you know what, I'll just better go for this one that I see everywhere, like the Nigerian one, the Ghanaian ones, and I feel that's a problem. We need to accept. Yes, here's the copy. Here's the copy. Yes,
you would pick one of them instead of just leaving it and let me go elsewhere. You pick one of them.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we, like Jules is saying, we need to really accept that indeed we want to take our music somewhere and start prioritizing our culture. It doesn't matter which one. Take anyone.
Is it prioritizing or making use of it?
No, we're making use of it. We're not prioritizing it because there are people who are making use of our culture already.
Backbone,
there are people who are making use of our culture already. But I think what I feel needs to be done, our land. What I feel needs to be done, like I said, is we need to prioritize our culture. No matter the kind or no matter the type of culture that you think you want to prioritize. Whether you're Bameleke, you can do your merengue. Whether you're from Bakweri, you can do your cha-cha. Like we have Mola Mongombe doing a great job. Yeah. You understand? He's the Bakweri is not a very popular.
Great job locally though.
But it doesn't matter. It's not in America. It's not local. No, it's not local. No. At least it's coming from somewhere. No. You get there.
Mola can get there.
You get there. It's a matter of time.
It depends on the production.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Just
do like him.
But he's a world-class talent.
Yeah.
I can't take it from him.
Trust me.
But he's a world-class talent. But now you need to put world-class conditions.
Of course. No, you cannot compare. He's still trying.
I don't see that fusion aspect. That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is that when I say he's a world-class potential, world-class potential, he needs to have world-class resources around him.
Of course.
In order to be up there. It's about human resource, finance, everything. He needs that structure. That's why I said what those guys have that we don't have the structure.
And also, let me play the devil's advocate. We're talking about structure, A and R. We know that we are not yet there. as far as the industry is concerned, right? How many shows do artists have per year? Look at this is almost May. No, it's true. This is almost May, right? You have to have an A&R, a good manager, a scientific mindset. Those people cost money. They're expensive. How many artists do we? How many? No, listen, no, it's true. No. Jules, listen.
That one way talk so.
No. See, particular one. No, you see what I'm saying? Honestly speaking, right? I'm playing the devil advocate for the artists because sometimes now I feel like we blame them a lot, but we don't see that they're struggling. No, they're struggling. No, Mccoy, Jules, please, can you 1 second? Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I'm gonna land. Just give me a second, yeah. We sometimes berate artists too much.
No.
Yes, this is May, Mccoy. This is May. How many festivals or show that we have this? I think we have just one festival that we have every November. At the end of November, I don't want to call it a festival. They're not paying me for that. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Just one.
Well, no, not just one.
Maybe let me say one or two. How many times do these artists even go out there to perform? How many times do these artists have local performance? There's no money. How many we streaming their albums? We streaming. We Cameroon. I mean, the artists themselves don't have the money to pay this expertise that he's talking about.
Can I talk?
Please.
Tell us, let's hear.
I think nobody is trying to bring the artists here.
Okay.
I have produced. I think I've invested.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I've invested in musical and everybody here. So I cannot be the one bringing out artists.
Not saying I'm bringing them.
No. But what I'm saying is that I understand what I'm talking about. Money is a mindset. Development is a mindset. Development is not money. For us to be developed, we have to change our mindset. Done. I don't get money if I don't respect you like PR, if I don't respect you like manager, if I don't respect you like producer. We have to think like this. Business is about optimization of resources. The reason why Dangote is rich is because he valorizes all of his directors and all of his employees. How many artists don't get the same entourage for 10 years? How do you want to make money when your entourage is always, your ecosystem is always changing? You understand? Money, big artists have a stable ecosystem around them.
That's true.
Show me one big artist who never get a stable ecosystem. All of them have a stable ecosystem. All of them listen to professional opinion. For listen to professional opinion, you don't need money. That's just sense. That sense that you know what Mccoy tell me. It be important. I've been in studio where an artist is arguing with a music producer.
I don't want to be
You cannot argue with a music producer. You understand? A music producer knows how to make music. Like, he knows the sound.
Argue with all them.
But that's because of ignorance. It's because of ignorance. The first thing, if you want to see the light, is change your mindset. Money can only come if there's coordination. Money can come when there's respect and appreciation for among professionals. Because money, now the sum of all our efforts.
Of course.
Like the money. You understand? Money needs that teaching. I not say only young do not money or any company not do not money.
No,
do this thing.
no
But you guys are going to create value because you put your resources together. And that's how money, and you're going to propose something valuable out there, and then people are going to say, hey, we need to pay for this. So it's that money when you talk. Money in that say someone give money that say we need to organize yourself. I'll give you an example. When we started I recall back then with Jovi, most people thought I was rich. But all we had, Joey and I,
it's a mindset.
That brain.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
My job as an AR, as CEO of a record company, is quality control. I know how to communicate. I know branding. I understand branding. My record label was the first to talk about what branding is, brand and that's why I was the first. Remember, I was the first back then. You understand? Because I understood that I needed to be a little bit rigorous than most people. You understand? It's not money. I don't even need money for being rigorous. Now my taste. I'm the product of my taste. You dress well because you have taste. It's not because you have money. So I know a lot of rich people that don't dress well.
I say all the time that money does not buy style.
We talking about money. Money, I say, we'll get for first. You are doing this now. If I give a chat to, I will say, I don't think I said because they're in the game of perception, appearance and everything. And that is the same principle in music. So if artists not see himself as a brand, you know, understand, say, he get for get manager, he get for be organized, he need for be represented. He go only enough for him. He only play in that quarter.
At the point that,
because if for you for end like Burna Boy, you need to create the conditions where you did like Burna Boy. And most of them need to create that condition.
Well,
yet they won't get the same results like Burna. No. The Burna Boy get that result because he understands the importance of work with a group of people.
If we don't have the looks, we will not sell.
Oh,
not here and not outside.
Branding. Yeah. So
what do you guys think about that statement?
our fans have outgrown our artists.
Exactly.
No,
it's true.
In what way, please,
Yes.
tell
No,
us.
it's true.
Our fans have outgrown. When I say our
And are now
fans,
comparing
The fans
with
have
That's what I'm saying.
They have become celebrities.
no,
Celebrity fans.
no, no, no.
What's your point?
What I'm saying is technical.
Yeah.
Our fans have outgrown our artists in the sense that
Mm-hmm.
when this artist came out initially,
Mhm.
they were adopted by the Cameroonian market.
Mhm.
But today, the taste of the fans is higher than that of our artists.
Mhm.
The kind culture of artists our fans don't they see them. They compare our artists to you understand? When our artists started at some point in time, yeah, everybody else, whoa, yeah, I'm gonna be like the movement we did. But at some point in time, our artists stopped growing because you have to keep reinventing
Became
yourself.
stagnant.
I've been in the business for 25 years.
Yeah.
I don't look my age, but if I don't tell you I'm
I
close
don't
to
look my age.
yes, but I've been in the business for
That's
close to
true.
25 years because I'm always reinventing myself.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, when you're on this level, we have fun. DC, other artists than the rest of it because social
Have higher
media,
tastes.
they have higher things than
Exactly.
you.
Of course.
So we have to catch up.
Yes.
Now, but it's not easy because we are not organized.
Mhm.
Because you know you want, you never think about your brand 360 degree. Because your brand is
So
not
that's
only
outside.
your brand is not only how you dress. Your brand starts from your sound in studio.
Yeah.
So you need to have a 360 degree perspective of yourself, of your career, and but it's not you the artist. It's a team that does that.
Yeah.
So most of the time you realize after a while. Most of our artists don't gas out.
Yeah.
They don't gas out because their sense on shot.
Not true.
Their sense on shot and because they're on the one-man team most of the time. You understand? So now they point out the face out.
Highest three.
Yes. So it's very important for us to catch up with the trends out there. But if we need to become competitive, we need to have a team. We need to build an ecosystem around the talent. That's the only way a talent can be optimized and a talent can be competitive to go and face the rest of the world. Without a team, a talent, there's no way. You understand? You're programmed for failure. There's no way. You go drag, you go tire at some point in time naturally.
You know
The
what?
reason why I'm talking to the younger generation, the first thing when you're getting into this business is get yourself a team. Listen to professional opinion. Professional opinion is very important.
Yeah.
Because this is business we're talking about. Maybe just songwriting.
Facebook likes
You
and
understand?
one or two
It's
bloggers.
business we are talking about. And in the world of business, we're talking about strategy. We're talking about intentional stuff. We're talking about science. You know, so maybe just some person in the cat will say, I don't like their face. I don't know. It's about, hey, if you want to be the video, I get to first study what the video is strengths, weaknesses, and opportunity. So it's scientific. Yes. So maybe two you don't wake up and then all that. So
Now, Oman do SWOT analysis.
today, our fans have grown to a level where you see when they look at me artists, they say we some contribute for them.
Yeah.
But that because you need to blame the artist too. Maybe now some different man we are thinking forget an eye.
Yes. You cannot have all the
You
eyes.
understand?
Yes.
But for the artist for be world class, you to get to start think world class. If art is the thing like quarter man, you need to go for that place.
Yeah.
When nobody they don't go for that place, Baraza. They different like because they think like world class people. You don't work out, you don't see how that they function. Hey, you say, hey, now so. You get like 17 people they work with full time.
Yeah.
You know, understand? Say for you for compete with American artists, you need to put that resources into around.
Yeah.
That you understand. So now the same thing way I'm telling my people here. Yeah, you understand. They need to understand the need to work with a team so that they can focus on their art and then let their team handle the business.
But you asked a question.
Yes, that was.
But then in everything that they answer here, the question is answered in between.
In between, I know
Like,
I'm getting
It's only valid.
within
Image
the
actually
lines.
matters big time.
Yes.
Yeah, but image.
What is image?
What is image?
Image is not
What
about
is
fine boy,
image?
fine
I'm
girl.
starting
Because
noticing that what
let
I was
us take
thinking was
Jody.
image now.
let's
You guys have expanded from you guys' answer to
when we
that
talk
to
about
be
image
expanded
as
for
in
me.
BBL girls or fine boys.
You
or like,
understand that maybe
obviously
that's what
think
I
it is more
felt
of
like
a
was
strong brand
image.
identity.
So I would like that you people
it's
expatiate
super-
on what when we are saying that image, what it is, what is it?
When they're talking about an image
Yeah.
or branding,
Yeah.
basically they're talking about. I'll keep it in a layman's term. What does somebody think about when you mention
Your name.
A, B, C? What's the perception, the reputation?
Yeah.
All the artists are country artists.
Yeah.
All the artists. Oh man, you understand? So it's about.
Just
It's
in
the
front
sum
of
of
you.
many
You cannot
things.
have just,
It's the sum of it's the
the sound.
it starts with the sound.
Yeah.
From Monday, we don't the sound. They don't say the artists are country artists. From the sound already, you don't position yourself from the quality of your production. They can easily determine where you're trying to go.
Yes, like the bullet artists will get their own kind quality.
So some Monday way they produce local sound. That's why I said people in the way they will do local sound. People in the way now people really get the potential to export our sound. But we'll get the difficulty for package and export our sound. So most of our artists are still local. because they have, yes, you understand? Yeah, they feel local because from the choice of the sound, you know, say, man, this sound will live in the country.
Yeah.
This sound will live in the country. If you want to sell out of Africa, or you have to start making sound production choices. You have to make compromises because we're reading them complicate. Overcomplicate. Why man if you dancer?
Too many percussions sometimes. Yeah.
Things are simple and everything. And I wait in Nigerians, East Africans, and Ghanaians, they don't understand that. South Africans, they don't understand. They don't have to simplify those things in their sound. And that the fundamental part that we producers they give from Ndum. But I don't simply produce one breakdown person is this thing. Sure. Then the artist tells her, no. I want to be like my best skin the way they don't have a village. So it make whenever you really go hit that spot, go one hit them because if country artists they work with a world class producer, you know, give nothing. For that magic for happen, all man get for think international. Especially for the context where we talk say one export was sound. If the producer get the concern for export the sound, and then the artist the fear and say go lost that in people the way they for that wedding because the captain that wedding that birthday there. If the artist the captain that smoke a fair show and he goes no hey don't share I beg you change that thing so some people them don't like her. So that the artist that's the fear of the unknown because that market where they want go no short
no accept no whether they accept.
You understand?
You said something here that is very deep. Like someone I've heard it. I don't know who I had this conversation with. He spoke about sound, and then he mentioned about our Cameroonian music being limited because of like you hear some one song like chaka chaka right. There's something. When I was very little, songs like Michael Jackson and these worldwide songs, I was just listening to them. I was not a producer yet, but now I'm a producer. When I go back to listen, I'm like, wait, when I heard Human Nature, you notice there's just one piano, some very easy drums.
Yeah, there's not too much competition.
You don't know why. And then even let's take Davido's song featuring Omale. You get some one guitar, dun, 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 there's some kick and it's easy.
Yeah.
This is a very big problem. And I feel like now we'll take some of it talk now say, okay, our cultural sounds like Bikutsi needs to have many drums. But I feel like in those many drums, there are some specific in the way you pick only that 1, 2, 3, and it will still give the sense of the sound. And that's what I'll give credits to Chris M, Teddy, and to you guys. Like that's
the A&R.
That's really a great job.
Okay, I think let me just say something. I think we have streamlined the topic just to talk about artists. Yes, and which is supposed to be Cameroonian talents, movies as well.
I want to talk about artists and the structure around them.
Yes, because I want to talk about movies because I feel like that's another sector in the industry that's really getting grounds, right?
Right now.
Why do our movies sometimes not get international recognition? I feel like there's what I call imposition. Like we don't impose on our foreigners who come here. I'll give you a strict example. Example that just happened a few days ago. Kamif just ended, right? And we had somebody there from Nigeria, Zach Oji.
Yeah.
Zach Oji came and it was like the person who represented Nigeria.
Yeah.
He was even given an award.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Zach Oji's Instagram page and he has not posted anything about Kamif.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, you can check.
But Juliet Ibrahim was there and she has posted.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Juliet Ibrahim was there, right?
Yes.
Now she has posted a lot about Kamif, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm talking about Zach Oji because that's the person that I looked at. Like Juliet Ibrahim, she's no longer at that level. She used to be popular, but right now for me, she's not really that.
She's plateauing.
So my point is that we're not imposing on our foreigners or our foreign guests, right? For example, the person that came that I really enjoyed how he shared the culture. Alex Ekubo, he did a great job.
God, he did. Oh wow.
If imagine that we had, and it's not just about Kamif, every other maybe movie that we have a foreign face, and we tell them that okay, this is what we're supposed to do. It will help to export. Because I'm sure by now that guy who used to the guy who did the haircut for Alex, he's going to Nigeria back to back, right? Wow. Because of course, I think I've seen him a couple of times. Why? Just because of that simple
collaboration
text
and
that sharing. Alex said, "Oh, this guy, I came to Cameroon. This is the guy who gave me a nice haircut. This is handle." We don't have that.
How Nigerians will act, so it's just about changing
ourselves. We need to try
to
see. We should not be going there as beggars because that's what I feel like a lot of Cameroonians are. Yes, we go to our international colleagues as beggars. We are going as cap in hand, like please.
I don't think
Because
responsibility for other people as for other people's actions. It could be various things that cause them not to share.
That's what I'm saying. We need to let them know. It's like okay, it's like you pay a gospel artist in Cameroon. Let me give you an example. There's gospel concerts that come in Cameroon. The gospel concerts here, right? You pay a gospel artist in Nigeria. Let me say like 40 million to come to Cameroon. In one of your connections, you tell them when you come, you fit
this person, grow somebody. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have that. We are always begging, even when we pay the money. Okay, the other time, Burna Boy came at 2019. He was paid almost 100 million. He don't make up to 9 minutes on stage.
On stage, and he left.
But what if you put in the contract that okay, when you come, you have to take pictures with this person. You have to even try and give a verse to this person. I mean, they might not, all of them might not accept. But I'm sure one or two people say, okay, it's true. I will do this. And by doing that collaboration, we grow up from here. We're not always come up. And then it's like all the time we are the ones inviting them. Why? Because we don't bring anything to the table.
Yes.
We are always here begging. True. Let them come. How many times have they invited us to Nigeria or in Tanzania or in Ghana? Okay, let me give you an example. I know you want to speak Jules. The last time Stanley Eno featured Sarkodie, I think that was in 2014, right? Do you know that no Cameroonian featured any major Ghanaian artist ever since then?
Wow.
Ghana just beside us here.
Stanley Eno did to Mr. Easy.
No Cameroonian artist has featured on a major project.
Yeah, but Joseph Manifest.
Yeah, no, Joseph Manifest.
No, they don't feature Manifest. Manifest, baby.
There's some yellow lady. What's her name?
When we're talking about an industry, we're talking about productivity, high level of productivity, quantity and quality wise.
Yeah.
Do we produce enough quantitatively? No. When you talk quantitatively, our production can only satisfy local demand. That's a big problem. Our local production, because people complain, how many albums not come out how many years? How many projects not come out?
How many big projects?
They're there.
How many projects?
Okay, before you know how big it gets.
How many projects?
They're there.
Albums, EPs, how many?
They don't drop 2 of them at once.
No, that's how many? I'm talking about. We're talking about.
They had to go this one. Chris Evans dropped an album.
An industry.
Yes.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yes.
An industry. You're talking about an industry. It's production and mass. You understand?
Yeah.
Qualitatively and quantitatively. An average artist will drop 3-4 music videos per year.
Yeah.
3-4 singles.
Yeah.
When they don't do too much, 3-4 singles. That is the level where we are. You understand? The tendency when you look at the Cameroonian, the local consumption, the top 10, you probably find 2-3 Cameroonian artists. The rest 6 or 7 or 8 are foreign artists.
Yeah.
You understand? The only way we should be competitive is by proposing high value. The only way we cut down money where that guy they can collect them.
Yeah.
If you want to produce some quantitatively and qualitatively, no match wait till they come out from outside. What consumers always still wait till they come from outside. Because consumers always want what's best for them. Everybody wants the best buck for their buck. You understand? Bang for their buck. You understand? Everybody wants that. So that's why everybody say, oh, Cameroon don't like Cameroon. A lie. Cameroon, they be like to know where you come out. They be like Saracen you come out. If at some point they stop will like you, you can start. You understand? It means they don't outgrow you.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's nothing personal. It means their taste, they don't start. They want different thing. They want new sensation. They'll probably change your look, change your sound. Come on, something where you make the article. You know, say anytime you go, say they might come with the same coffee again, and nothing. AI style they change. The sound they change. So we have to learn to understand that we need that coordination. We need expertise. We need teamwork around the talent for us to be competitive.
That's
garbage
nice
in,
one.
garbage out. That's just so. There's nothing. It's not rocket science. The moment we put the structure around the talent, we'll get the results that most of these guys have. That's just.
This is a nice conclusion, but before we
so let me just say one thing, because let me think about the fans here. We have spoken about, I feel like Cameroonian fans, we are also very difficult. And I come back to my point about bilingualism. Let me say what I'm saying is, right? You go to all this Aboki shop and all these Malians, Senegalists, they will play only their music. I mean, those who are in Cameroon, those are, you're not getting anything. 5 hours non-stop, they play only their music. But you come to Cameroon is the only country that we want to prioritize other people. We play Congo, we play Nigeria, we play Ivory Coast, before we play, but listen, that's nice. Those Senegalese sound Malians, they're not very nice.
they're relatable.
They are noisy.
No, they are relatable.
No. They are very noisy.
They're noisy from your
I'm like, what are these people talking
from your
about?
perspective, but they are relatable to their people.
So why don't we play our own sounds? Why don't we play our own sounds?
Not based on.
You see? But they listen to their countrymen sound.
Because they love it.
I don't know Nigerian songs, Nigerian artists in Senegal. What they play only their sounds in their shop. I've never gone to a Malian or a Senegalese or a Togolese shop and I hear a Nigerian song there.
Okay, I feel like
We have.
You see, typical Cameroonian mindset.
No, today we have good upcoming talents.
Yeah.
We have people like Berry Boys Club. Kids love them today. They come with something fresh, new. I mean, Berry Boys Club. You have people like Sisu.
Yes.
Something fresh, different. He needs organization. He needs coordination around him. You know, because he's world class as a singer. He's world class. But now they need a team where if you get a global perspective to his sound. So you get a new generation of upcoming artists where they try for propose something edgy. You understand? But like I said, that can only happen if they put the structure. They put the structure around them. You go see, say, the new cream of artists when they come.
We'll continue on top table. Go
I tell you, we'll continue on top table. I bet we'll go for end.
Oh my God.
But this was so good. This was so good.
So before we come to an end, I would like Mr. Don Chaeule and Mr. Don Chaeule, let's start with you. Please tell our viewers where to find you on social media.
Of course, my name is Don Chaeule, and I've got one of the biggest blogs in Cameroon. Last time I came here, I was on 20-something K followers. Now I'm on 62. Yeah, so that's growth. That's growth right there. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Don Chaeule. Chaeule is CHAEULE.
If you want to be narcissistic, to follow him. What about you, Mr. Jules?
Well, just go to Facebook. It's Jules Nya, Jules Nya NYA. Facebook, Twitter, basically.
So, guys, there you have it for our last episode of the Fine Line Show Season 1. To be very specific, I myself, I learned a lot from these moguls sitting here. For me, they are moguls because, please. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned as much as I learned, and I hope you apply. You try to apply if you're somebody who wants to be in the entertainment industry, be it movies, be it films. I hope our moguls here have inspired you to want to do better if you want to do this. And for our current artists, please, guys, also try to apply what they've said, because I am going to be applying it myself. Goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
So we toasted to a successful episode.
Last
People should
episode.
reach me and my hand is not
Cheers.
reaching.
Yeah.
Successful last episode.
Cheers.
It was so good. It was so
It was good,
educative. I
didn't want to even
learned
end.
a lot.
So we are always having a meal, African meals only.
African meals.
Today we're having
Those are continental people. No,
we're having this is goat meat, right?
Good meat, pepper soup.
it's good meat.
Very healthy.
Yeah.
Good meat.
That's
Are you allergic?
No, I'm not allergic.
Lemon.
very sorry.
Are you crazy?
Wow.
So while we were always eating, we just have random conversation on popular opinions, like what we were already discussing before the camera.
Yeah.
It's like the outro of the show.
Okay.
It's already going on right now. So random anything.
Well, one thing I just hope for you to change your mindset, understand the need for team, appreciate each other. When you get sustainable projects. The project will be sustainable. We say all you get for start on team. After 10 years, I mean, all we get land.
Oh, okay, the kind money them, yes.
Them that saying, I mean,
One man in the group.
yeah, Master, you don't work out.
That's true.
Because you are who you are because of the energy there around you. If that people they move their energy, they're probably cool.
Like the people can ask me say, Blasby, give me a amount after or I don't chop with you. I'm like, no, I mean after you drop, I got clients coming. They're like, no, Papa, that project with
Money,
I'm
exactly.
like, nah, Papa.
Well,
But I was not expecting nothing. It was like an offer project.
mm.
No, but I mean, you enter industry, people, I mean, you got to build a name for yourself.
That collective good not be happen. We that one way, okay, like for example, I work with Cameroonian. His first song, okay, blew up, second song blew up. Now people there for Cote d'Ivoire, there was not some people that he was linking up with them. If he should also tell me, say he get trips, say he get collabs and so and he will travel with 5. He will tell me say he will travel with me, this and that. Why? Because he wants to go on visit that side to go to do like some production.
Yeah, of course.
So if they value me like some one thing in my way, I'm already on that trip. Or go Cote d'Ivoire.
You know, said no. I don't think any of our artists ever travel with some music producer. They are most strategic creative partners.
Even DJ.
But they don't be working with fresh.
Even DJ, they're people like DJs. Yes.
The idea for work with other people, and I say you be an ambassador of a culture. But we, every time we go, we forget our culture. We want to go, even if we collaborate, most of the time what we lost, we want to for enter inside some people in the market.
Yeah.
We need to go that Cameroonian thing on top. Very few collaborators.
Like this as about new music. What is
Which one?
One.
One.
I love that song. I like it.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Some people said that
Odogun.
yes, that she used Odogu. That it's not even that why she's saying Odogu is not really blending inside the.
No, it's blending.
That's what so beautiful.
No, it's blending. The song is nice. For me, I like this
I
song.
know, I heard
And the
a lot of
Odogu part
people
is
like that.
that's one of the
That's the highlight of it.
I said
That's the highlight.
Allergy or what?
Allergy is still not even us.
For me, cheap. Okay.
Cheap is still not even
Not even
us.
us.
Cheap is
Okay,
still not even us.
There's no particular
Say
way.
big pa now. Say
Nah.
big papa. You see why we're not proud?
No, God,
Say big pa.
Music
Would you ever gonna say big
the
pa now?
vowels and the lyrics.
Yeah.
You can always borrow.
Mm-hmm.
Nigerians are speaking and putting bienvenue.
That's the couple we're always talking about now.
Oh, thank God.
When the couple is a problem, when Nigerian couple is innovative.
It's fine.
No, I mean, okay. Like I said, cultures are meant to interact. And
But don't
influence,
forget identity.
and influence each other. They don't forget. That they don't get lost in the process.
This meat is big. Now we cut
Nah.
it now.
You can wash. They can bring you something
Yeah, let me
to wash
wash
your
it.
hands
Please,
and then
please.
you eat.
By
You
all-
don't need to hand to wash my hands.
By all means, but they put this one. They no go spoon, no go
We no go for. Normally
No
for
go.
Africa, we need to chop with fork and spoon. I don't know bring it in.
For me, on all episodes, whether I write or wait, I wait in my hand.
Now that rice go to pass me,
Now my
man.
brand that too, yeah. But for life, I work it in my hands.
Now I want to take life that speed away.
Wash it.
Because you eat with your hands at home.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
So there's no need for me to
If I
be.
don't wash my hands,
So
hold down.
you bring another one for me.
Hold down the spoon. Hey, it's already biting spoon.
We have been on it like that.
Where? Okay, you guys wash your hands.
There's a lot of hypocrisy out there. They will monitor the music. Monitor. The people they don't service it.
I tell you.
Right. The observation simple now. Look people don't get money, don't be.
Yeah, be us.
They don't open business with
Look
them.
business, exactly.
They look around, they put anything.
Look
Any
at-
man with their hand, they
Look
complain.
their team, exactly. It's very poor.
The thing that is.
Their managers, their DJs, their PRs.
Okay.
Since they don't have ARR. Since they don't have ARR.
A lot of them, I don't think a lot of people know
Let me
what
explain to you.
A&R is.
The idea of building a house is an illusion of safety. Say, if the music fail me,
Yeah.
if you want
And like,
You understand?
I gotta fall back.
I guess I'll fall back. You know if you reach on top of the world with that kind of mindset. When you really take that
That's
safe approach, music will be an all and all. For you for that level with that idea. So you want to go attack the world and then you take your budget again, you go for investment, go buy a plot, go open a bar.
They'll come back.
How you want to compete with Tiwa or Yemi, where did they put their all?
Many people
You know where they buy
want 100 million no.
All the
Promo.
people
100 million.
That's what they ask me and go there say we the gain from this final
One
and a
and a
half
half.
because they see the investment. Like, bro, again,
We take money by that.
we're still building, we're still
Exactly,
putting
it's
and
beginning
going.
process.
Once
Exactly.
that one start chop money from whatever, it's
You
not
have to
enough.
put something out there.
There's a time to
People
sow,
are
there's a
all-
time to reap now.
Exactly. When you plant
So I've
farm now,
understood that now.
man, the work farm so banger, then plant corn, go with them,
Yeah.
all that kind of thing. It's a long time. You know, you plant corn, then start to chop the corn immediately.
Exactly.
The biggest thing with the impeding from going far is instant gratification. People don't want to reward themselves too early.
Hurry.
Shadow of a wolf.
Yeah, fear.
You understand? You don't manage, you manage and get sleepless night. Mccoy work for night. You don't get on beat. The first person think about an are you. And then money enter. Don't talk money. You start telling and say, I'm done, I'm not done.
But as man, when you suppose to enter an artist,
no, you take them, you get for you.
You only get 20%, you don't get 40%.
Some money, okay. That was saying that him and the bunch went very far because he was saying that even when the bands go for politicians or some allegedly give money, that one it was not even clearly from a payment for the show. That the bands will come back and meet him and then tell him that okay, some politicians so call me, give me the 10 million. Me will do how? There was that transparency honest that it's not even like a maybe main payment as go to manager.
The money report my thing.
My God, don't give me money, me you go chop a restaurant.
The money report my thing.
Oh no, she doesn't know this.
Then he was also talking about this thing of caring of teams because we were asking that how does his artist do to stay with him for long? He said okay, when you get contract with the artist, then before the contract finish, maybe the artist can't tell you maybe change contract, maybe add their value. Like he didn't know say he needs to say we didn't know say no at this time, okay, my man will start to chop more or all this kind of things. It is one of what you're saying that we should value those who are like we are working with.
We don't give for rules that our human side, you understand? Because we say being a celeb, being a businessman, just to understand and appreciate resources. That is first intelligence that for money man. If you don't tell it say it's not a human, it's a car. I need you from my corner.
Yeah.
He didn't know because
he didn't know why.
Yes. So true. I need to respect that person. That's what rich people they think. That's what money people they think. You understand? That's what they function. That's why they are rich.
Because they have the best minds around them.
Yes. And they keep those people then well.
They're ultimately fine. No, like nothing.
But for we here, because most of it go inside chain, and because we're not sure about tomorrow,
no, it's true.
If something enter, you go to say, I'm not sure they want to go there. So if you make an now with the precipitate, then
no, it's true.
We compromise. Money over chop and within 20 years together.
1-2 years.
Yes.
Because you fear.
Then the end someone say, some man don't be house. If you want to, they will say, but the truth I say, if one look at objective in the business in this thing, that money where you take and build that house. If you give a section everybody on that chain, I'm not saying for build that house. If one be objective, it means say if you go back producer say, I'll give you 100,000 to do that big. Now we don't want to enter. If you tell producer say, bro, me I want to come in Africa. If you give me some big way, if you give me, I'll give you 500,000. I don't give you 100,000. But we will need the function. So we see come by again. Get 100. So now we never go that place where Nigeria they get hard money get out. If you come to tell them about God, if you bring some heat, go and buy motor.
Yes. After you pay a stipend and you put down, so you get value. You get used. Yes.
You mean I say you need
we tell them you buy software, you upgrade.
Then time, you put in that time. Because every good product is time. Really, you are not pleased and actually pleased on a level of time way though. Like we hear even though I talk about so okay, that's something already fine. You see that kind of I go put traps now because I really want to keep like you know when you want to put brakes and all kind of things. But to be honest, let me be very honest. Yeah, we do like me personally, I do a great job on every project, but there's extra that can be done.
Yeah, of course. Like, when you have that motivation.
Some motivation,
So extra video way I think like no, I will even call some other brother say bro can also ask on your thing for you put it press it.
But
we don't do it all the time.
Now payment no. Somebody called me in Limbe and said you want me to MC that. Exactly. You want MC the sister he birthday. The amount that he called to give me is like 1/6 of the amount I normally collect. I tell you, I need the money so I'll collect and but don't say I don't do my best for that thing. I don't do anyhow. No, I tell you, it's no. Because there's no motivation. They're going to send you.
Like shit.
You understand? So that's it.
Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV. Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV. Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV.